What's up, everybody? This is Super Yankee for Life, and bringing you my Week 9 NFL picks video, but also towards the end of the video, I'll do something else as well. So just stay tuned for that. And, well, let's jump right to it. The 1 o'clock p.m. game, the Jets at Buffalo. Now, the Jets are offensively, I don't know what they are, okay? Do they want to throw the football 40 times a game, or do they want to run the football 40 times a game? I think if the Jets really want to take off this year and really get over the hump, I think they need to start going to what they do best, which is run the football with Sean Green and LaDainian Tomlinson. You know, I know Sanchez is in his third year, and I think he's ready to take that next step. I just think to sort of ease along the process, I think it would be better if they ran the ball more instead of throwing it more. And I know, the receivers are not going to like that, but I think, this is what the Jets do well. Run the football, play great defense, which is what Rex Ryan loves to do. However, I think with Buffalo, defensively, I know allowing no points to Washington is not really an impressive thing last week, but I really, if defensively, if Buffalo can do sort of what they, if they can do what they, can't even speak, wow. If they can do what they did remotely, to Washington, if they can stop, if they can slow down the Jets, if they can slow down the running game, it will force Sanchez to be a thrower 40 times, and the Bills will win. That's what I basically wanted to say. Wow, that took so much. 24-17, I think the Bills will win. Seahawks at the Cowboys. Oh my. How do the Cowboys respond after last week? They basically got embarrassed by millions of people on national TV. It was a waste of space for them to be on TV, quite frankly. Unfortunately, they're playing Seattle at home. This looks on paper to be a nice bounce-back game for Dallas. To me, it looks like a trap. Why I say that? Because it just says it looks like something that they can rebound from, but at the same time, a letdown is coming. But unfortunately for me, fortunately for Dallas, I should say, I think this is what they need. Don't be surprised if Seattle goes in there and wins, but I'm going 24-13 Dallas. But don't be surprised after the first quarter that something may go awry and fans will start to make a lot of fuss. So we'll see about that. Falcons at Indianapolis. I really like the Falcons in this game, but this to me looks like the Dallas game. It looks like a trap. So I'll go Falcons 21-16. But I think Curtis Painter has I think he has more interceptions than touchdowns. But I mean, when you sit behind Peyton Manning for like the last 4 or 5 years, however long he's been in the league, I mean, you'll learn something from time to time. But I just don't think this week the Colts will get their first win. I just don't think it. I just don't know. I don't know if there's a game on the schedule to get their first win. I don't know. But I think the Falcons really are trying to get back to who they really are. Run the football with Michael Turner, and defensively, when they signed Ray Edwards and who else? No, they signed Ray Edwards in the offseason from Minnesota, and they still have John Abraham. This defense was predicated on getting after the quarterback. When you don't get after the quarterback, just like Dallas' defense, bad things happen. So hopefully that won't be the case for Atlanta. Dolphins at the Chiefs. Dolphins, they had a lead last week against the Giants, blew that. The Chiefs are probably one of the hottest teams in the league right now, if you take away Green Bay, of course. Obviously, Green Bay is a whole other atmosphere in terms of how good they are. The Chiefs, I think they'll go to 5-3. This team was 0-3. Todd Haley's job, I wouldn't say it was on the line, but it was talked about whether he should be fired. Matt Castle wasn't playing well, but now that things have changed, I go 24-13. They'll go 5-3, and maybe, just maybe, by the end of this week, they'll be in first place. Unbelievable. Any given Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Any given Sunday. Bucks at the Saints. The last time these two teams played, Drew Brees did not have a good game. Threw 3 picks, which I'm still mad at him about because he basically cost me that game that week on my fantasy team. I think I lost by like 3 points or something like that, which really broke my heart. I'm gonna go Saints, 31-27, a high-scoring game. I think was it? Oh crap! Was it 2 years ago or a year ago, where basically Freeman and the Bucks went in there and beat the Saints? I think it was last year or the year before, but I mean, Freeman has shown that he is very poised in big-time situations. I'm very high on Josh Freeman. I've said that many times in my other pick videos, but I really like, I just don't like, I like Josh Freeman and the offense. I just don't like the defense, which is kind of weird because Saints defense is not that impressive either. But I think the Saints have more firepower. They'll get the win 31-27 and rebound after that horrendous performance at St. Louis. I know St. Louis is 0-6, but when you don't come ready to play against the 0-6 team, what you saw last week is what happened. 31-27, I think the Saints will come back and rebound and win. 49ers and the Redskins. I'll take that back because I said the Chiefs were the hottest team in the league, were the second hottest team. I think the 49ers are close right behind Kansas City. I mean, you can tell clearly Jim Harbaugh? Yeah, I think it's Jim. Jim Harbaugh has his team ready to play every single week. So, and plus, they're doing a very good job. I'm not saying they're protecting or babying Alex Smith. He's just not making the mistakes. And he's played very well under some extreme circumstances. Clutch, fourth quarter. I mean, at Philly, at Detroit, so far, 2 very impressive road wins. I want to say impressive because they had a 20-point lead, but they came back and won. So I guess you can say that's impressive. Detroit, he played very well there. I'm gonna go 28-13. The Redskins, who are started out so well, are just a mess right now. And I started John Beck on my fantasy team last week, and he got me 4 points, 4, 10. I don't know. It was just bad because I benched Michael Vick. I know. I'm sorry. I feel stupid for that too. Let's see. Anyway, now that we're done talking about my fantasy football failures, I'm 2-6 in both my leagues. Great. Browns at Texans. Browns, they can't protect Colt McCoy, which really sucks because Colt McCoy has so much potential, I believe. And plus, the Texans, still without Andre Johnson, are still, I think, among the most elite offenses in the league. Like I said before, if they give Arian Foster the ball, if they give Arian Foster the ball, I believe that's where they're most effective. Just like with the Jets with their running game, the Dolphins with their running game. When they run the ball, I feel that's their most effectiveness. To run the football and everything else is set up. 24-17, I believe the Texans will win and stay. I believe they will go to 6-3, which I think will be the best record, best franchise start ever. I think the Texans are really starting to turn the corner. Although, really, Mario Williams, if Texans do get in the playoffs, they'll probably be one and done because I believe I don't think the Mario Williams injury will impact them a whole lot towards the end of the year. But I think playoff time, if they do get in as a division champs, I think they may be one and done because I think the absence of Mario Williams will really start to catch up with the team later on in January. On to the late 4:15 p.m. game. Talk about surprise. Who saw this coming? Cincinnati 5-2 at Tennessee. Who saw this coming? I honestly didn't, because Andy Dalton is playing like a 10-year vet right now, and AJ Green is looking like a future Hall of Famer the way he's playing. I mean, that's one of the best quarterback wide receiver combinations in the league right now. Right now. I don't want anybody to go on a hoopla like, oh, you know, you're stupid for saying that. Well, no. What they've done as a pair is unbelievable. I mean, you can tell there's a chemistry thing between Andy Dalton and AJ Green. 21-13 over Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee, I think they still need more playmakers, and Chris Johnson's still not getting the help that he needs to be effective. I mean, you know, some of it's on him because, you know, when you run the football, okay, there's so many things that have to be set up before then for the running back to be successful. Offensive line needs to get a good push up front. The quarterback needs to understand how many guys are in the box. Who's actually coming to blitz? I mean, you know, there's blitzing for the pass, there's blitzing for the run. So the quarterback, the offensive line, and finally the running back have to really be all on the same page for actually the running game to actually work. Not trying to point the blame at Hasselbeck or the offensive line, but it's just, you know, everything has to be set up before, so that way Chris Johnson can succeed. And plus, I don't think they're really utilizing him in the passing game as well. Denver at Oakland. People, Tim Tebow's not ready to be a starter. I said not ready. Okay, so all the Denver people who are just, you know, catering to, you know, whatever. Anyway, people who want to see Tebow beat, you know, people who want to see Tebow succeed, you know, I hope he succeeds, but he's not ready to be a starter. Okay, you know, I'm not calling Tebow I'm not being a Tebow hater or anything like that. I just think if he was to sit behind Kyle Orton for 3 or 4 years, just like what Rodgers did with Favre, what Rivers did with Drew Brees, I think that would benefit him so much than having to just throw him in the fire and just see what happens. Instead, just put him at a second or third string, sit behind Kyle Orton, and just learn how to be an NFL quarterback instead of just being thrown in the fire. Anyway, as for the Raiders, Carson Palmer, I mean, you know, it's going to take time, and I think signing T.J. Houshmandzadeh was a smart move. Obviously, these two had such great chemistry while they were in Cincinnati. I think for everybody saying T.J. Houshmandzadeh has been washed up, well, primarily because when he was in Baltimore, the ball was not being thrown in his direction. I mean, it was going either to Anquan Bolden, Ray Rice, Derek Mason, Todd Heath, whoever. Everybody says T.J. Houshmandzadeh. I believe the Raiders will win 17-13. It'll be kind of a bit of a hard game to watch if you live in Denver and Oakland or anywhere else. If you have red zone, it'll be a hard game to watch, so you can skip that game. Giants at the Patriots. The Patriots, I believe, are 9-point favorites, 8.5-point favorites. I think that's spread too high. Okay, the Patriots are a good football team, but when the Pittsburgh Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers went from a zone defense to man-to-man on their 5-wide set. I'm sorry, but there's not a receiver, maybe other than Wes Welker, but he's kind of fast. There's not a receiver on this roster that can separate from any DB. Okay? So when you don't have a single playmaker like a Mike Wallace for Pittsburgh, Deshaun Jackson for Philly, Devin Hester of Chicago, who can blow the top off the defense, we got a problem.
Come on.
You got a serious problem. I mean, first and foremost, you know, besides, you can't, and they're inconsistent running the football too. I mean, give Ben Jarvis and Ellis the ball and just, you know, let him do his thing, and that will give Brady so much flexibility to do. With that being said, the Giants will give the Patriots a run for their money. 31-28.
I think almost 15 minutes in.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, all right, anyway. Rams at the Cardinals. Hey, close the door anyway out. All right, thanks, man.
It's gone.
All right. Okay, Rams at the Cardinals. Sorry about that. Rams at the Cardinals. The Rams with their first win last week. over New Orleans. For a 1-6 team, they actually have a good pass rush in St. Louis. So, Chris Long, who else? They don't have a whole lot of household names, but trust me, you'll know these names, and I'll know these names the more times I watch this team defensively. This team can really be after the quarterback up front, which will not make Kevin Kolb State any much better. However, he does have Larry Fitzgerald, and Patrick Peterson is a beast with covering, with special teams, what he did last week. I mean, the Cardinals should have easily won this game. However, Baltimore finally figured out what to do offensively. 20-16, I think the Cardinals will win. This will again be a tough game to watch if you live in St. Louis and Arizona. So not much to talk about there because these teams will not be in the postseason. I'm going to sip my Coke. Refreshing. All right, on to another game. The last late game. Packers at the Chargers. Man, I don't want to see the Chargers on a 3-game losing streak because that's where they're heading. That's what they're facing, and that's what they're looking at, a 3-game losing streak if they lose to Green Bay here. Lost to the Jets, and they lost a really heartbreaker last Monday against the Chiefs. But they will lose 3 in a row because Aaron Rodgers is playing out of his mind. And it doesn't matter who it is. One week it could be Greg Jennings. Another week it could be Donald Driver. James Jones, which I hope it's James Jones because I picked him up for my fantasy team. It could be Jordy Nelson. I think I already said his name already. I don't think I did. It could be Jermichael Finley. It could be Don Lee. It could be one of the Andrew Gross, one of the backup tight ends. It could be anybody. I mean, he can throw. He spreads the ball around. Other than I think Drew Brees or Tom Brady, nobody spreads the ball around more, I think, than Aaron Rodgers. This will be actually a very good football game. I think this could be the game of the week. 27-21 Packers. Now I know that I have the Bucs and Saints game to score higher, but I think in terms of competitiveness, I think this will be a kind of grinding out game, so to speak. So I think the Packers will get it done. Okay, this right here is the game of the week. 8:20 Sunday Night Football. Ravens at the Steelers. Week 1, the Ravens defensively just embarrassed the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, 7 turnovers. There's no question about it. They embarrassed the Pittsburgh Steelers. They finally were able to figure out what they wanted to do offensively. That's why I'm picking the Ravens to win 23-20. Because they finally figured out what they should have been doing the whole time, is give Ray Rice the football. Ray Rice should have 30 to 35 touches by the time this game's over. And I'm not talking about all of them being rushes. I'm talking about maybe 20, 25 running and 5 to 10 receiving. That's how great of a dual threat running back he really is. I mean, the offense I think is revolved around him. Now, people say, "Oh, this is a quarterback-driven league." Well, first off, what?
One.
Why are you in here?
I don't know.
Okay, just stay in mind. You can't just stay right there. Okay, first of all, in 2009, 16 quarterbacks, I believe, threw over 3,000 yards.
I'm just going to see this.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom. I don't know.
Okay, half those quarterbacks threw over 4,000 yards. And now, all of a sudden, based on that 1 year, everybody's calling this quarterback-driven league. I believe with this running back, I believe with this, way of thinking. First of all, let me just stop my train of thought. Anyway, I believe dual, what's it called? Dual threat running backs like Ray Rice, Chris Johnson. I guess you could throw Maurice Jones-Drew in there. Guys like that, are really Matt Forte in Chicago are really just being undervalued. LaShawn McCoy of Philly are really being undervalued as as one of those guys that the offense can be revolved around. I believe if the the offense was more revolved around Ray Rice, for Baltimore, I believe this team would be more successful than it is right now. I think they would have lost Monday night a couple weeks ago against Jacksonville. I think that if they would have given Ray Rice the ball more than 8 times against Jacksonville, they would have won that football game. And everybody would be like, oh, they would have been talking about what's wrong with the offense. You do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
I've been hearing all this stuff.
Okay, awesome, thank you. Nice to have a bit of confidence. Yeah, 23-20, and the Steelers offensively can put up some points too. I mean, Roethlisberger, he may be playing as hot as any quarterback in the league other than Aaron Rodgers. Just ridiculous numbers. I mean, like with 350 and 2 touchdowns against the Patriots defense. I know the Patriots defense is terrible. They can't stop a nosebleed, let alone the pass. But I mean, Roethlisberger was playing ridiculous out of his mind. This will be the game of the week. I mean, the last 2 Sunday Night Football games have been dreadful. The 62-7, or what was that beatdown the Saints gave the Colts, and then last week's beat down the Eagles and the Cowboys. I knew after the first quarter, it was 14-0, that this was not going to end well for Dallas, and I just stopped watching. Monday Night Football, Bears at the Eagles. The Eagles coming off a big win, a huge win over Dallas, and the Bears coming off. Wait, did they play? Did they have a bye last week? I think they may have had a bye last week. Let me check. So I think. No, I don't see anything. No. Oh well. I think the Eagles won 23-21. They did play in London a couple weeks ago, and they beat Tampa Bay. So.
It's been going on for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You're able to put it?
Yes. Now go. Go.
Go on.
Yeah. All right. Just. All right. Relax. That's my brother Matthew. Ray Broncos 10. I'll put his channel link in the description, so you'll get to check it out. All right. Eagles 23-21. To go to, I think, 4-4, 500, yeah. And finally, actually, I want you to be a part of this, right here. I want you to stand right here. You stand right there. Stay up. All right, what's up? Kind of crouch down so they can see your head. All right, anyway, Matthew, recently we traded in Black Ops. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Now, basically, what I want you to do is give your thoughts on what you liked and what you didn't like about the game. Now speak loudly so we can.
I know what to say. Really? I think.
So start with the things you don't like. We'll be that negative. Like if someone tells us good news, bad news, but boom, bad news right off the bat. All right, anyway.
Yeah, bad news.
What you don't like about the game?
Like, I don't like when you're shooting like this. My guy's right here, he's shooting over here. I'm going this way. He's still getting hit markers.
So you don't like the lag and hit detection problems. Same here. I don't like the lag. I feel like
I have to play around in that game anyway.
I felt like I was playing I may have been playing with a 4-bar. I felt like I was playing with a 2-bar. I felt like I was on a 4-bar, but every time I shot a gun, I felt like I was playing with a 2-bar. So yeah, that really irritated me.
The recoil.
The recoil was a problem for us too. It will not be much of a problem in Modern Warfare 3 once we get our hands on it. We'll probably use the kick proficiency perk that they put in, which I think is going to help us out when we play TDM quite a bit. Because I love playing TDM and domination.
I love Ultimate Team Crazy.
That's not related to the video. Anyway, some of the things. Camping. Camping was a big problem in Black Ops. I hope it's not a big problem in Modern Warfare 3. Although they put in a couple of game modes where I believe camping will not be a big problem, such as kill confirmed. Although it could be a small problem, but I think it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So let's go to the things that I will not like. Another thing, ghosts. A lot of ghosts using, and I guess noob tuning wasn't a big problem in Black Ops because you had Flat Jacket, which kind of eliminated the damage. Because whenever I would play a game of TDM and people would stop was starting YouTubing, I had a flakjacking class, so I just switched that right away. I switched to that right away. Anyway, the things I will miss about Black Ops that I enjoy. Obviously the zombies. I mean, we're not sponsored by combos. We can stop doing that. Anyway, the zombies. I'm gonna miss the zombies because I mean, can you find a person who doesn't like zombies in Black Ops or World at War? Exactly my point. Exactly my point. Everybody loves zombies. I hope.
Most people are afraid of them.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Get off. Zombies. Was a big part. I mean, whenever we struggle with multiplayer, we just go right to zombies and just kick butt. I remember the first time me and him played zombies, we played Kennel Der Toten. We were so scared to go downstairs. We really bolted up the stairs and just picked them off one by one with the M14.
We only lasted like 4 rounds.
We only lasted like 4 rounds.
If I'm wrong, we lasted like 8 rounds.
Yeah. So we struggled quite a bit, and the more we played, the better we got. So another thing we'll miss. Obviously, yeah, the customization with the weapons. The camos. Emblem, that's another thing I'll miss is designing your own emblems. That had a DC logo. I think you'll see, if you saw any of his videos, you see it had a DC logo. I changed my logo once, every week, or 2 weeks, because that was just so fun to do. What's another thing I'll miss? The kill streaks. I think I'll miss the kill streaks a little bit because they're all right. Some were a little bit overpowered than others, but I'm really looking forward to the kill streaks in Modern Warfare 3 because some are a little more innovative and they're using different ways, different strike packages, assault, specialist, and support, which is which will be fun, which will be kind of interesting.
Did you say Sheriff's gonna make a game just about zombies?
Well, I hope they make another Call of Duty game, but I really hope they learn from their mistakes. So, I guess that will wrap it up. Until next time, this is Super Yankee for Life, signing off. Peace out.